What's good, YouTube? It's your host Axel Rose, the Shogun with the slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. Now, the preliminary service for the Monster Hunter Championships in Japan has just wrapped up, and there's just been some juicy details delivered about the Nintendo Switch version of Monster Hunter Double Cross Champion Edition Ultra Ninja version. You know how Capcom like to get down with their names. Anyway, the Nintendo Switch version will run at 1080p when docked and 720p when in handheld mode. Capcom haven't specified yet what the frame rate will be. Will it be 30 frames per second or will it be 60? Now, considering that this is a port of a 3DS game, I can't see why it shouldn't be anything less than 60 frames per second. We need that buttery smooth 60 frames, Capcom. Make it happen.
So butter your bacon.
Yes, Father.
The Nintendo Switch version is also fully backwards compatible with the 3DS. You can also move your save data from previous versions of Monster Hunter on 3DS over to this version as well, making the crossplay even more vibrant. The game will also feature new content such as missions, monsters, armor sets and weapons, which is good because the Monster Hunter games usually can go into the hundreds of hours anyway, just as far as gameplay is concerned, and this is all single player content before we even reach the glory, the goodness, the greatness, which is multiplayer. And being that the game is also available on a 3DS, there should be a huge community of people to just jump in and take down beasts with. Now, usually I'm not the kind of person to get excited for a port. Oh, whatever, you know that pun was godlike. But anyway, I'm not usually the kind of person to get excited for a port, but I'm not gonna lie, this game is definitely what the Nintendo Switch needs to make sure the online service is actually worth paying for. And Monster Hunter is a huge franchise, as many a gamer has stated before, so the fact that this is coming to the Switch so early, woo, it's kind of a big deal. It's actually such a big deal that when this game was announced initially, both Capcom and Nintendo's initial stock prices went up. So even if you may not be personally a fan of Monster Hunter and stuff, which I could totally understand, because even though the franchise has sold millions of units in the West as well, don't get it twisted, it has kind of been relegated to kind of a niche audience as far as the West is concerned, which, side note, I just find a little bit hilarious and hypocritical, since there is a lot of gameplay mechanics and overall features from the Monster Hunter franchise which have been quote-unquote borrowed and used in the Horizon franchise, but that's neither here nor there. We'll get into that in another video. But anyway, this game is going to be fire, people. Real fire. Dylon in the building. Yeah, you know what? That's actually it. This game is going to be so hot fire. It's actually Dylon. Dylon. Dave Chappelle dressed as Dylon. So yes, this is getting very interesting. It looks like if the third-party developers in the West won't come to support the Nintendo Switch, the Eastern developers definitely have Nintendo's back. So yes, let me know what you think about Monster Hunter being back on the block again. If you're new here, like, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff. Peace.